Let's move on to Fleurhof then, where residents in the Johannesburg area are set to lead a march to the local police station today. This follows the death of Jayden Lee Meek. The 11-year-old was found dead near his apartment on Wednesday morning, a day after he was reported missing. He was last seen when he was dropped off by his scholar transport. Katleho Sekhotho joins us live from there now. Katleho, it's going to be a family, a community, certainly in pain, and one wanting answers.
Arabile, indeed, the community of Fleurhof reeling from the discovery of the body of Jayden Lee and asking themselves what really happened. Now, his body was found in the staircase of this building behind me, and the question is, he lives here, who is the perpetrator? Why have there been no arrests so far by police? And the community asking themselves what really happened, and if there have been no arrests so far, what prevents this from happening again? And so the community taking a stand and marching from here to the Florida police station, and there they'll be handing over a document, making demands for what they'd like to see happen as a community, and really calling for justice for little Jayden. But I do have with me Anthony, who is a community activist in this area. Anthony, take us through, this week has been harrowing for the community of Fleurhof. Where are you now, and the purpose of this march? Take us through that.
This was indeed, it was a very, very heartbreaking week for us here as a community. To lose a life of an 11-year-old child and not having answers of the monster that did such a hideous crime against this child. We here today to demand answers from the South African police services in order for us to be safe. Our children must be safe in the community. And this monster, while he's outside, the things he did to Jayden, it's so horrific that it shook this whole community. So now we need answers because the police are not saying anything to us. There's no perpetrator that has been arrested. And for me, it's not even a perpetrator, it's a monster. Because to beat up an 11-year-old child, it means you are heartless. So we are here. We're going to march for today from here, the Swazi place, to the police station. And if you look at the distance, then you'll also ask yourself, why don't we have a mobile police station here or a station in Fleurhof? Because if you look at the size of the community, so Florida police station covers Florida, Fleurhof, and a whole range of areas. So we don't have that rapid response that we need and to be safe. So we will also have an outcry to have a police station close by so we can get a service from our police services.
Absolutely. And it just led me to my next question. If I look at the distance between here and that Florida police station, it's about a 1 hour, 15-minute walk. That distance, would you feel safer if there were more boots on the ground, especially perhaps visible policing?
Yes, if we have a mobile police station close by in our area, just imagine not all of us are mobile, we don't have cars and so forth. So if something happens to you and you have to go to the police station, because if you call, there's no response. So you have to physically go to the police station. So it will take you an hour to get to the police station. It takes you another few minutes to get help at the police station, and then you have to come back. And then the crime has been committed or someone seriously will die again. So we are crying out to the South African Police Service to take us seriously and bring services to us. There's this group of people, the wardens or so forth, but we don't see them patrolling the area. I think this could have been prevented if we had more visible police to ensure that when our children come from school, that they are safe in our community. So there's no one looking out for us. So what do we do as a community?
And I guess just another one, in terms of Jayden being found just at the doorstep of his home, have you seen any kind of investigations in terms of what may have happened inside the complex?
The police were here on Wednesday, forensics were here, but they're not telling us or giving us updates on how far they are or did they identify possible suspects or so forth. They're just quiet. They keep on telling us it's a team of expert investigators, but the monster is still outside because no arrest was reported. So by now, it's a few days after the crime. So now our question is, the monster could have been gone to Zimbabwe or KZN or somewhere else. So he will never be caught, but he will come back because it's in his nature. So he will come back and do it again to our children here in our community. So we need someone to be accountable and to be arrested, and that monster should be taken off the streets.
We'll leave it there for now, Anthony. Certainly, Arabile, we're seeing more people starting to arrive who are going to take part in this walk to the Florida police station. But Anthony, they're highlighting the distance from Fleurhof to the police station. At a walking distance, it's about an hour. A driving distance, it's about 8 minutes. But saying that without that police visibility, certainly the community not feeling safe. And the police have opened an inquest docket into this case. They are investigating the matter, but the community really crying about not having received any answers about how far those investigations are at this point.